name is Sandra Forero. I am the Chief Operating Officer with CS. Artificial intelligence has had a very big impact in the pharma industry in the last few years. It started out with being this interesting new development that many pharma companies wanted to experiment with. They started with doing experimentation in the commercial space, thinking about how artificial intelligence applications could help improve the decision making for example, how to bring new brands to the market. And it has evolved from there to really impact across the spectrum of every stage of the drug development process. Accelerating drug development, for example, and drug discovery is one of the key areas where there have been a lot of advancements that pharmaceutical companies have invested in to help bring more products to market faster, reducing the cost by accelerating the speed. So patient care and the entire patient experience is another important area where advancements in AI are helping improve outcomes for patients at the end of the day. I think this requires not just the pharma industry being involved, but other players in the ecosystem, payers, providers, are all quite invested in making sure that they are leveraging the latest in technology and artificial intelligence to drive better patient experience. The kinds of things that they're doing is bringing digital connected health applications to be closer to patients, using data from wearables like watches and other wearables that patients have to drive decisions along clinical trials, for example, and making the clinical trial experience for a patient that is involved a lot easier, not having to go through an office all the time, not having to go to the doctor's office, but actually being able to do a lot of the things remotely through the use of digital wearables and applications. So data and analytics, even though there's lots of opportunities and a lot that pharmaceutical companies, life sciences, medtech companies are doing with data and analytics, it hasn't been an easy path. One of the most important challenges is putting the data all in the right place to be able to use it. There is a lot of data, explosion of data everywhere, which is a good thing, but it's not an easy process to bring the data to the place that you can leverage it to drive insights to inform the decisions. So many companies across the healthcare spectrum have over the last few years invested quite a bit of energy and effort and money on actually setting up that foundation of bringing all the data together in one place to then be able to use it. And one of the challenges is that oftentimes in that process, they start wondering, is this really worth it? We've invested all of this money in bringing all this data together, and maybe they're not quite seeing the results yet of being able to do that. It's a big investment, and if they don't quickly act on seeing the applications and getting the return from doing that, then they start wondering, is it really worth this big investment? Because it is a lot that they need to do to change, to digitize, if you will, all of the back end of the organizations. So there are a lot of advancements in data, analytics, and technology. All these three things are kind of coming together. And in fact, one of those advancements is that the intersection of analytics and technology is one that I like to talk a lot about because it's what is really helping actually drive results and outcomes for organizations in life sciences in particular, is when they are able to bring technology and analytics to do things differently. We've seen examples of processes, for example, leveraging patient-level data, real-world data. Processes that used to take 6 weeks to be able to get to from a question to an outcome, a result, an analysis, now can be done in 1 day or less through the use of data and technology coming together. And the advancements have to do with that. Is the technology advancements help with speed, the analytics advancements help with the actually better answers and better results by learning from the past and having access to more historical data to be able to inform or predict better results. That is something that we at CEDES are very much focused on, is staying at the cutting edge of those advancements so we can better support our clients in making those decisions. CEDES is a management consulting and technology firm that focuses on the healthcare industry. Our objective is to help transform healthcare by working across the ecosystem, working with life sciences companies, payers, providers, so that we can leverage the capabilities we have as a firm in analytics, data, technology to drive better decisions for our clients and ultimately drive better outcomes for all, for patients and for healthy folks out there globally. We have been in the market for actually 40 years. Next year is going to be our 40th year anniversary. And we have grown a lot as a firm over these 40 years. We started out helping pharma companies in the commercial space. And that was 40 years ago. And we still do a lot of that. It's still a big part of our core of what we do. But we also work with clients across other areas, R&D, for example, supply chain and manufacturing, and beyond pharma with other healthcare stakeholders. We have been able to help many payers, for instance, provide better access to patients for key medicines, and it's something that we want to continue to help our clients across the spectrum make progress on. So we've, as a firm, we have grown over the last 40 years quite a bit, and we have now 35 offices around the world. India is a really important core of our global presence. We have about 8,000 people in India, out of 14,000 that we have around the world. So India is a very important core of our people strength. And we have been expanding in India quite a bit over the last few years. We have right now 5 offices, and we have plans to expand to more offices in the next 3 years. One of the things that is interesting about CS is that now, post-COVID or in this new area that we are, many organizations are staying remote, working from home. We are bringing our people back to the offices. We have a flexible and connected model that has helped us really attract and continue to attract and retain the best talent. We provide flexibility of being in the office part of the time, working from home part of the time, but because of the way we work, it's important for our teams to work together. We bring people together to work in teams to help solve problems for our clients. And so we are actually looking forward to having offices closer to where all the talent is, which is part of our expansion strategy. It's actually a talent hub strategy. Where is the talent for certain areas? And in India, there is a lot of talent in the area of, for example, product and product engineering, which is an important thing for us. In the area of analytics, which we have been talking about, and AI. In the area of technology. And our expansion strategy is connected with finding within India the talent hubs where we can find those folks. One example is in the software development or product engineering space. For instance, we have a very big hub in our Pune office. That's where a large group of CSers that focus on product development are today. But we're starting to see that in order for us to continue to grow, we need to expand into other India markets to be able to attract that talent. And so we recently opened offices in Bangalore, and we're looking into other expansion areas where we can attract that kind of talent. One of the things that we have been focusing on in India and globally, not just in India, is how do we continue to be a great place for people to come to work. There's no secret that there is a lot of companies out there also looking for big talent, and for us it's really important to attract and retain the best talent in CS, in analytics, in technology, in all of these areas. And so we have put a lot of energy into how do we make sure that we have the right support tools, the right culture, so that we can find and attract the best talent at CS. We engage very early on, for example, in universities, to partner with the sources of that talent early on, and we give good career opportunities for people to come join us. They find that having a direct impact on helping healthcare, having an impact to drive better experience for patients, to drive better access for medicines, is something that gives purpose to the folks that come and join CS in many ways.